Being a halfback in the NFL is a very difficult task, especially to be one of the best out of the 32. Adrian Lewis Peterson, born on March 21st, 1985, was born in Palestine, Texas. At the age of 7, he witnessed his older brother killed by a drunk driver, and he used the pain through this into football. During his junior year of high school, he was able to run for over 2,000 yards and averaged 8.3 yards per carry and 22 touchdowns. During his senior year, he ran for 2,960 yards and averaged 11.7 yards per carry with 32 touchdowns. And by the end of his senior year, he was signing autographs. After his senior year, he was witnessed by many colleges and got to take his pick. He attended college at the University of Oklahoma and broke many records. Some of these records include freshman rushing record for 1,925 yards, and he led the nation in carries with 339. He rushed for over 100 yards in his first 9 games, which was also a freshman record. During his freshman season, he dislocated his shoulder in the first half of the game against Texas A&M. But due to his incredible determination, he was still able to run for 101 yards and a touchdown. This continued his 9-game streak of running over 100 yards per game. In his freshman season at University of Oklahoma, he also was able to place second in the Heisman Trophy final. And he didn't play his senior year because he decided to enter the 2007 draft. At 6'1", 217 pounds, Adrian Peterson has the perfect body for an NFL halfback. He was able to run his 40-yard dash in 4.4 seconds, which obviously is very quick, and he has a rare combination of speed, strength, size, and agility that many teams wanted. On April 28th, the Minnesota Vikings chose Adrian Peterson with the 7th pick of the first round. On October 14th, 2007, Adrian Peterson set the franchise record of 224 rushing yards and 361 all-purpose yards, which was also an NFL record. On November 4th, 2007, Adrian broke the single-game rush record of 297 yards per game. In the 2007 season, Adrian Peterson was chosen to be the starting halfback on the NFC team in the Pro Bowl. This same year, Adrian also received Rookie of the Year and the Pro Bowl MVP. Although in these seasons he struggled with fumbles, he was only one fumble in 2010. He was the number 1 halfback and voted number 3 out of all the players in the NFL. On December 24th, 2011, the devastating injury occurred to Adrian Peterson. He tore his ACL and MCL. This is often career-ending injuries, especially for famous NFL halfbacks. This was the first time he failed to rush for 1,000 yards out of his 4 seasons in the NFL. Only 8 months later, he was able to start Week 1. This was an astonishing and inspiring feat. And he also became the number 1 Vikings rusher of all time this same season. Entering Week 17, Adrian only needed 208 yards to break the NFL record for rushing yards, which was set in 1984 by Eric Dickerson. Proof that Adrian Peterson was not a selfish player was that in the very, very last game against the Green Bay Packers, the game was tied up, and instead of rushing to break the record, he chose to stop the ball and get the team into field goal range to kick the final field goal. After this 26-yard rush, Blair Walsh was able to kick a field goal with only 3 seconds left. This put the Minnesota Vikings in the lead and sent them to the playoffs. After having a failing season the season before, the Minnesota Vikings were going to the playoffs again. At the end of this season, Adrian Peterson finished with 2,097 yards, which was 9 yards short of Eric Dickerson's record that was set in 1984. This is an amazing accomplishment for a halfback that was just coming off of complete ACL and MCL reconstruction surgery. This allowed Adrian Peterson to receive the Offensive Player of the Year and MVP. But he also placed second in the run for Comeback Player of the Year behind Peyton Manning after a fusion of his vertebrae in his neck. After the season, Adrian Peterson got surgery on a sports hernia, which was later told that he got in the last quarter of the season, but didn't tell anyone because he wanted to play. This high amount of dedication from Adrian Peterson is proof that he is one of the best players in the NFL, and he always will be.